Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. I can see none of the screen, so. Rosie, you forgot your cup. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we're having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra JoJo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? Good morning. You're going to need this. You're going to need it. You're going to need it. Thank you. Be peaceful.
Have a good day.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. Hope everybody is having a great morning and that you are ready to get this Monday started, y'all. I hope you had a great weekend, great morning, Miss Valerie. Yeah, because I could see that great part. So you're the one that always says great morning. Great morning, and how do you do? Mel! The kids keep forgetting stuff in the car. They got out the car and they both been back twice because they forgot something. So, it's all right. Good morning. I hope you guys are ready to get this morning started. I hope you had a great Mother's Day weekend. I hope you had a great Mother's Day weekend and that everybody had peace and blessings on yesterday. I went to visit my mother, and so we had a great time with her this weekend. Despite the rain, we had a really, really good time. So that was good. I hope you guys are sharing the show because sharing is caring. If this is your very first time catching the Fearless Morning Show, thank you for being here with me. I greatly appreciate you. My name is Yamitra JoJo Waddell, the only, like ain't nobody else, Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? So I hope everybody's ready to go after a wonderful Mother's Day. I hope you got all the presents and the goodies that you wanted. So y'all, I had an experience this weekend. So I have like 2 fearless thoughts of the day. And one is going to be like, you know, my confession conversation where I share what I've learned. And then another one is just going to be, you know, a thought of the day, something I was thinking about. So let me go with that. I want to read it to you. And I read this, I think I might have shared this in January, but I came across it again this morning when I was reading. And I wanted to share it again because I think it's really, really good. It says, dig deep into the private chambers of your heart and build a foundation of strength and confidence on this path towards empowerment. You will embark on a momentous journey to awaken your sacred dreams. You will need bravery and confidence and a strong center. You will need a sturdy root to hold on to when doubt and fear seep in. You will need to be symbolically whole. And I love that because if our root is not strong, if our foundation is not strong, thank you, Michael. I did. Michael, wasn't it your birthday recently? I think I told you happy birthday. As the only man that represents on here, Michael, we hope you had an amazing birthday. Thank you for the Mother's Day. We have to have a strong foundation, a strong root if we want to accomplish things, or if we want, as we set out on this journey, that's just not going to help. As we set out on this journey to be fearless or to do the things we need to do, our core has to be strong. I thought it was recent. I hope you had a great birthday. Our core has to be strong. Our foundation has to be really set. Because if your foundation is not set, then the crazy is gonna have a hard time going away. It's just gonna repeat itself. And the amazing thing about crazy is like when you try to leave it, It will somehow try to convince you later on that you didn't mean to leave it, that you actually love it, and it will convince you to come right back to it instead of staying away from it. Good morning, Margaret. So if your foundation is not set, you're going to have a really hard time sticking with that. So you gotta think about your foundation and what your purpose is and how you're going to set that foundation to achieve what you need to achieve. Because it says you will need a sturdy root to hold on to when doubt and fear seep in. You will need to be symbolically whole. You are embarking on a journey to awaken your sacred dreams, to dig deep into the chambers of your heart and build a foundation of strength and confidence on this path toward empowerment. Right. And I'm a living witness, a living witness of that. Like, I've seen it happen in other people's lives, and it has happened in mine. Right, Michael. And here's the thing. So here's some brain science. And Michael, I was gonna bring you reminded me of what I wanted to say, so thank you. Here's the brain science. The crazy will remind us of the good times and the emotional connection of the feeling of the good time. And so you will have that emotional feeling, and you will think, so your crazy will be like, don't you remember when? And then sometimes we go back to crazy because your brain, again, is addicted to the crazy, but it also is addicted to the feelings and the emotions. So your brain doesn't know that as your crazy is reminding you that y'all had great times together, it doesn't know that it was last year, 2 years ago. It thinks it's now. And so now your body is excited because you are remembering the emotions of the person. Right? It will. It's gonna get you all excited. Remember when we used to go out and we would talk for hours, or we would do this or do that, and it's betting on you remembering the emotion of the thing and not the reality of the thing. Like, I had all the loves. Like, you made me feel loved and goosey bumpy, and is that a word, goosey bumpy? And I felt good, and I was so in love. And so my emotions will keep me tied up in that and not the reality of, yeah, you made me feel like that, but the crazy that came along with it, sister or brother, was insane. So if your foundation is not set to say, wait a minute, yep, I remember how you made me feel, but more importantly, I remember the reality of what really happened. Because if you don't go with the reality, what you'll find is you're going to go back to that relationship, and then you're going to be like, what in the world did I just do? Didn't I know this? Yep, you did. But your emotions got the best of you. Yes, it will. Crazy will romance you to the very end. I'm just saying. So think about that on this wonderful Monday morning. So thank you, Michael, for reminding me of that. So dig deep into the chambers of your heart and build a foundation of strength and confidence on this path towards empowerment. You will need bravery and confidence and a strong center. You will need a strong root to hold on to when doubt and fear seep in. You will need to be symbolically whole. Right, Margaret? Exactly. And when it comes crashing down, it's going to be so ugly. So that strong root that it's talking about that you're going to need when doubt and fear seeps in. So here's another confession. When you leave your crazy, not only is it going to try to remind you of the good times, right? Crazy doesn't care about you know your life. Please understand. It don't care. But it's going to make sure that you remember the emotion that you felt for it. Like when you first met and the love you felt for that person. Or, you know, when the times were good during the holidays or during your birthday. Or when they were in a really good mood and the great time that y'all had. It will remind you of the fun times you had in the bedroom. It will remind you of the fun times you had hanging out. It will remind you of all the fun times, but it will never deal with the reality of the times. And so once you leave crazy, if your foundation, let's be clear. When you first leave crazy, your foundation ain't nothing. It's garbage. It ain't no good. And so you're resetting your foundation, right? And so you're resetting your foundation. You're deciding what you want. But right there, my sister and my brother, that's when you got to be determined not to go back to crazy, as you're setting your foundation. Because when doubt and fear seeps in, guilty. So when I'm done left crazy and I'm living my best life, and then something happens and I'm like, well, dog, at least I knew crazy over there would have been able to handle this. And then it gets me back in that mindset, thinking again. Or crazy knows something has happened in my life and it's going to call me right up. And yeah, I understand, girl. I got you. And you start talking and reminiscing and reminding you of how you guys were friends, or all the feelings and the emotional attachment. And before you know it, you're right back in the circle of crazy, and it never ever stops. Your crazy is going to face you with emotions first. It's never going to deal with the reality of the thing first. The reality is that we were crazy for a reason. It didn't work for a reason, but it will remind you of the emotional ride that you had, the good emotional ride, not the emotional roller coaster where it was up and down. You didn't know what you was doing, what was going on. It won't remind you of that. It will remind you of only the good times to suck you back in. Living witness, guilty. Anybody else guilty of that? You got to dig deep into the chambers and build a foundation of strength and confidence. So you will need bravery and confidence and a strong center. So when doubt and fear seep in, you have something to hold on to. So after you done left crazy, you done established yourself for a little bit, and then they come back and try to remind you, or it shows up like this, and it doesn't have to be a person. It could be the same habit again and again, showing itself over and over and over again. And then for some reason you have a lapse of, momentarily insanity. You lose your ever-loving mind for 2 seconds, and then you get sucked back in there. Right there, that's where you're going to have your strong foundation. That's where doubt and fear are going to seep in, because you're going to feel like, man, she might have been crazy, but at least I wasn't by myself. Man, he was crazy, but at least I wasn't by myself. At least I had somebody here with me. Is it really worth all that? And only you can answer that question. Until you're ready to answer that question, your crazy will continue. The thing you're trying to get rid of will continue to show up. Every time, without fail, like clockwork. It's coming. It's coming, and it's coming for you. Crazy don't care. Crazy folk, crazy relationships, crazy jobs, whatever it is. What they all have in common is that they want to eat you alive. Meaning they want all of your attention, all of your time, all of your resources, all of your energy, and all of your mindset, so that you're so consumed with it that you're no longer consumed with yourself. And so you're not living your life, you're living their life, and they are perfectly happy with you doing that. So just be mindful of that on this marvelous Monday. Build a foundation of strength and confidence on this path towards empowerment. You are on a great journey. You will need bravery and confidence. So when doubt and fear seep in, you have a strong root to stay with. And you're going to, if you don't want to do the work to change you so that you no longer accept that crazy, then there's no need to say you don't want it, because it's coming. And it's coming for you, and it's bringing all it's got. So you can't get mad at crazy for being on their job. I can't get mad at crazy for being at the top of their game. I can't. I, however, can change how I interact with crazy and the things that I do and how I respond to it, which is going to make all the difference in the world. But if you're not committed and serious about that thing, then my friend, my brother, my sister, because I am my sister's keeper, I am my brother's keeper, I'm just trying to tell you what I know. It's going to continue. It's never, ever going to go away. Because you'll find yourself, man, this girl ain't changed. Man, This man ain't changed. This boy ain't changed. It's still the same. What your daddy say? Same stuff, different day. That's because you got caught up with it again. If your foundation is not strong. And when you first leave your crazy, and your crazy doesn't have to be a person. It could be a friendship. It could be a job. It could be an atmosphere. It could be a location. It could be a person. When you leave it, then you can do something about it. Because if you're not willing to do anything about it, then you're going to have problems. I'm just saying. It's going to continue. At all costs. It's not going to stop. It's absolutely not going to stop at all. You will continue to do the same thing over and over and over again. And your crazy is going to encourage you to do that. At no point will it stop you. At no point. Because you're doing exactly what it needs. Period. Don't get mad at crazy because they're on top of their game. You cannot be. You'll need bravery and confidence in a strong center, a sturdy root to hold on to when doubt and fear seep in, and you'll need to be symbolically whole. That means you got to be working on yourself right now so that when it comes back, you're ready to handle it. You're ready to go through it. If you guys have been with me for a while, this is a topic I talked about in January. But I went with the topic of, your strong root. You got to be strong at your core. Because if you're not, it's going to continue. And you don't want that to happen. And not only is it going to continue for you, it's going to continue for your children. Right? And they're going to see it. And then they're going to assume that this is the way things are supposed to be. This is how life is supposed to be. Because if it's good enough for mama and daddy, it's definitely good enough for me. So think about that on this marvelous Monday, this miraculous Monday, motivational Monday, money-making Monday. What's another Monday? I can't think of one. Think about that. All right, guys, I am doing a book signing tour. My first stop is Tampa, Florida. So if you want a copy of the book, it's on. You can pre-order it now. bit.ly/Tampa Crazy. That's all lowercase, Tampa Crazy, to get you a copy so that you can meet me in Tampa to get your book signed. And if you want me to come to your city to do a book signing tour, let me know. Send me a message down in the comments, and then I will try to add you to the list. I'm definitely doing Charlotte, Raleigh. I would love to do Texas. So if there's anybody out there that knows a location that I need to be, where they need to see the only Live Past Crazy specialist, then let me know. Send me a message on bit.ly/Tampa Crazy so that you can pre-order your book. And then we do have a retreat coming up in August. It's the third weekend in August. I forget what it is. So I'll be posting that today as well so that you can. And then this is going to be a very intimate event. So it's not for, I think we're looking at maybe 20 to 25 ladies so that it can be an intimate event. Because sometimes you come to retreats and things and there's so many people that you don't have the intimacy that you think that you should get. So this is what that is for. And I will be posting the link for that shortly. If you would like I Am My Sister's Keeper t-shirt, go over to livepastcrazy.com. In the store section is I Am My Sister's Keepers t-shirt so that you can get those as well. Guys, I hope you've had an amazing Monday. I hope you had a great Mother's Day. Please make sure you share the video because sharing is caring. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, we do have a YouTube channel where they can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. Simply type in Fearless Morning Show and they will come up, or you can type in my name and it will come up as well so that you can watch them or share them with somebody who absolutely needs this information, because we are our sister's keeper. We are our brother's keeper. It is that simple, yet that complicated. Today, Fearless Thought. Dig deep into the private chambers of your heart and build a foundation of strength and confidence on this path towards empowerment. You are embarking on a journey to awaken your dreams. You will need bravery, confidence, and a strong center. You will need a sturdy root to hold on to when doubt and fear seep in. And that is true. If your center is not strong, if you still wishy-washy, it's going to be hard to resist that crazy, y'all. I'm just telling you what I know. So I appreciate you guys so much for joining the Fearless Morning Show. It's been a little bit over a year, so I appreciate you watching with me every morning, giving me your time. So thank you guys so very, very much. I greatly appreciate you. I am my sister's keeper. It is my goal to share something that's going to help one of my sisters today. Be strong. If you don't know how to be strong, you need some help, go to bit.ly. Foundations Matter. So that's bit.ly/foundations. That's a capital F. Foundations Matter, and grab you that. That's a 5 ebook series, and you can grab you a copy of that for you. Right, be courageous and be rooted. We got to be. So, all right, guys, I hope you have an amazing Monday, and I will see you here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.